episode of Side Connect. I am Teacher It's, your science teacher for today. Learn, let us
Earth is a dynamic planet. Volcanoes are one of the major mechanisms for creating new crust. They are powerful, breathtaking, and dangerous, and offer scientists an unparalleled glimpse of the Earth's interior. The Philippines is an archipelago of more than 7,100 islands. Most of these islands are of volcanic origin. The Pacific Ring of Fire that runs in the western rim of the Pacific Ocean is the most seismically active part of the Earth, typified by a belt of active volcanoes. Our country is an ideal site for any volcanic activity. It is therefore important for us to know how this natural phenomenon to reduce the risks and its effects. For this video lesson, we have the following most essential learning competencies. Number 1, describe the different types of volcanoes and volcanic eruptions. Number 2, explain what happens when volcanoes erupt. Number 3, illustrate how energy from volcanoes may be tapped for human use. For your pretest, choose the letter of the correct answer. Then write your answer in your activity notebook. Number 1, which volcanic eruption is characterized by 20-kilometer tall eruption columns? A. Phreatic, B. Plinian, C. Vulcanian, D. Phreato-magmatic. Number 2, which of the following volcano has large and nearly perfect slope structure? A. Lava dome, B. Cinder cone, C. Composite cone, D. Shield volcano. Part 2, complete the chart below to show how the heat from the Earth is tapped as a source of electricity in a power plant. Part 3, explain what happens when volcanoes erupt. Trivia about Philippine volcanoes. Can you identify it? This volcano has been inactive for almost 600 years. It happened in 1991. The eruption was the second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. A lake was formed in the crater after its destructive eruption. It is Mount Pinatubo. The second one has 47 craters. It is the second most active volcano, one of the world's smallest volcano. Tawilis can only be found in its volcanic lake, Taal volcano. This volcano is located in Calayan, Cagayan province. It erupted 6 times. Its last eruption was in 1924. It is also known as Mount Babuyan, Smith volcano. It has 26 historical eruptions. It has 2 craters. The active one is known as Tugod crater. It is part of Negros volcanic belt, Mount Canlaon. It is an active volcano. Its first eruption recorded in 1616, declared as a national park on July 20, 1938, and was renamed as Natural Park in 2020. It has 50 eruptions. Mount Mayon. Activity 1, volcanic web. Directions. Based on the picture in figure 1, give at least 5 characteristics of a volcano. Present your answer in a concept map as shown in figure 2, concept map of a volcano. Activity 2, active or inactive. Directions, use the data in the table below to answer questions that follow. Table 1, volcanoes in the Philippines and its historical eruptions. Guide questions. Number 1, are all volcanoes found in the same location? Number 2, which of the volcanoes had the most number of eruptions? Least number of eruptions? No record of eruptions. Number 3, how will you classify the volcanoes that have records of eruptions? Number 4, how will you classify volcanoes with no record of eruption? And number 5, in your own words, differentiate an active volcano from an inactive one. Let's have the classification of volcanoes according to its record of eruption. PHIVOLCS have adapted a system where the Philippine volcanoes can be classified as active or inactive. Active volcanoes are those that have a record of eruption within the last 600 years, or those that erupted 10,000 years ago based on analysis of their materials. Inactive volcanoes, on the other hand, are those that have not erupted for the last 10,000 years, and their physical form is being changed by agents of weathering and erosion through formation of deep and long gullies. Example of active volcanoes are Musuan in Bukidnon, Mayon in Albay, Pinatubo in Zambales, Taal in Batangas, Hibok-Hibok in Camiguin, Smith in Cagayan, Bulusan in Sorsogon, and Canlaon in Negros. Inactive volcanoes are Bulungaw in Pangasinan, Pinukis in Zamboanga, Batulaw in Batangas, and Malipunyo Mountain Range in Luzon. Let's have activity number 3, volcanic shapes. Directions, match the term with its corresponding picture based on the descriptions given by writing the appropriate letter in the space provided in the first column. Then on the second column, we have the description. The third column, we have the pictures of volcano. Types of volcanoes based on shape. We have the shield volcanoes, where a volcano produces low viscosity, running lava spreads far from the source, forming a volcano with gentle slopes. This type is called a shield volcano. Most shield volcanoes are formed of fluid basaltic lava flows. Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa are shield volcanoes. They are the world's largest active volcanoes, rising over 9 kilometers above the seafloor around the island of Hawaii. The second one is the composite cone volcano. Composite cones or stratovolcanoes are large, nearly perfect slope structure formed from alternate solidification of both lava and pyroclastic deposits. One perfect example of this type of cone is our Mayon volcano.